The way that Fortnite competitive has been so far is really the upper echelon of pro players and influencers that get a chance to compete. These players don't really have a chance to compete often. That's what's so beautiful about these Legion Sunday Showdowns powered by Lenovo is the ability to make a name for yourself. A big shout out to Lenovo for making it all possible and giving these players a chance to shine. And now, here we go. Dingleberry, my favorite person, or at least gamer tag of this one. We're going to be on board for the first time.
Looks like she might
Dinglederper?
Dinglederper.
Dinglederper, not Dingleberry.
It was close. We had what? Jolt Berry.
Yeah, Jolt Berry and Dinglederper.
I don't know.
Put them together, you get Dingleberry.
I don't know. Maybe a gamer tag in the future for someone. It sounds like a G Fuel flavor, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
Dingleberry. I'm pretty sure Dingleberry is like a slang term in Australia.
Is
Someone
it?
correct me. Any Australians watching right now, please correct me.
I'm
If
sure
not,
we have someone in
Urban
chat.
Dictionary. We need some clarification. I hope it's not a bad word. I apologize if it is. Dinglederper.
We might be taking off the stream in a few households around the world. But regardless of that, though, as we continue on, it looks like so far in this game, what we see one elimination through from Dingle. We have Pulse with 4 right now. And on the side of Aydan and Thieves, they've got 10. And also with that ATK in hand allows them to be a little bit more expressive with the amount of POIs that they can most likely visit. But, hey, man, we get to see Aydan on our screens, right? You were kind of hyping this guy up coming into the tournament. Of course, we all know his history of being in countless tournaments, the way that he dominates with that controller. And I feel like every time we watch him, it's almost a show also going on in his background because he's literally in a kitchen. Like, you can always see, I don't know who it is, but someone's cooking up something good. And it looks like that also is something interesting to watch.
That's hilarious. I'm sure at one point he was a nuisance, and then the first parents or whoever that is, and then as soon as he took home whatever $20,000, whatever it was, they're like, "Hey, you play as many video games as you want. Keep on going, and we'll just cook here in the background."
Absolutely, buddy. Well, it looks like on screen with Pulse right now. We talked about it as well. This is a new person in the Sunday Showdown, popular YouTuber. Posts quite a bit of Fortnite content, and also, like I said, new player in this particular game mode. Dinglederper goes down at the same time. Aydan does as well, and now the saving grace for this team is also dropped as well. Oh no, that was such a quick scene of events. 3 players drop in a matter of moments. Aydan is down, and now it's all up to Thieves.
Wow.
What the heck?
Can you believe how quickly we blinked and so much changed? Thieves. All eyes on you, buddy. He's going to take out one so far performing. FaZe Thieves, of course, a relatively new member of FaZe, and it's been awesome to see how his Instagram and everything's blown up as a content creator and pro player here. On board with him, let's see what he can do right now. Speaking of content, he's looking to make some content of his own. Quick edits, already showing his skills in this one. Trying to maintain possession and control of the walls and mats placed here. These builds mostly in enemy possession. He hears him, trying to spot him. It sounds like he's on steel, so he knows he's at least mid-ground.
Looks like he might be on floor 3,
cat and
floor
mouse
4. Who knows? Takes the elevator up, and looks like he is going to have that height advantage now. Seeking out where this player could be. Takes a shot and lands it. I think that was, what, 81 damage done to the Skull Ranger.
Look at these
Down
edits.
she goes.
Beautiful edits right there from FaZe Thieves. Putting on a show, putting on a clinic, as Aydan, all he can do is sit back and watch now as his teammate.
Look at that bot. You're way better than him.
And it helps when you have
Look at the gas.
when you have Aydan gassing you up like that.
Take a shot. Lands it, but unfortunately the other opponent might be pretty talented as well. Down to 6 HP. Will
Maybe
take
not
a few
bot
minis.
right there. Then. Too much gas in the tank right there. The wrong type of gas. He needs diesel.
Yeah.
And he got some regular right there. Right, and you know, that's the scenario is we talk about the caster's curse often, perhaps maybe a teammate's curse in that one.
Yeah.
Gets
My bad, I'm
shot.
just playing like a bot, dude.
I love this. This is why you love these streams. You love this format.
So fucking bad.
Oh, man, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. So here we go. Thieves right now.
I'm playing bad.
Says he's playing bad. I thought he's been playing great.
He's at 8 elims. I think he's playing all
Yeah,
right.
exactly. I think this guy's hardened himself, of course. Now he's going to fly after hitting that med kit. There you go. Well done. Maybe it was a bot. Aydan was right all along.
Give me that cozy campfire. See you later, Skull. Nice plays coming in from Thieves, as he can at least digress for the time. Take a chance to breathe. Unfortunately, though, for him,
Yeah,
speaking
but I'm
of
also a
breathers,
fucking
minute
bot
and
with these new
25 before he
keybinds,
has to
bro.
go on for a sprint before that storm starts to move in. So moving forward, he is going to be the last player alive. And at this point, right, it's going to be extra credit, right, for Thieves and Co. Just trying to get as much extra credit, try to get as many of those elims, as many stack ups as they possibly can heading into that next game is going to be huge, especially when it comes down to play styles. But finds quite a bit of nice resources off the ground, and it looks like as well as the grappler, he's also got an ATK, so he should be good when it comes down to the storm at his back.
Yeah, and 2 campfires. So if this comes down to a heal off, no, I'm just kidding. not gonna come down to a heel off. 2 campfires to his name, though, and it's hilarious here in their commentary. You hear Aydan trying to stay positive, stay optimistic, and Thieves is just down in his own gameplay. But I think he'll get used to these keybinds really quickly here. On board of Thieves, he's been playing well despite his commentary. 8 eliminations, I take that back. 9 eliminations. He's just practicing some keybinds here. Yep, I lied.
Slide down the mountain.
The strats are coming through. Did you see? It's okay. Still looks great. Did you see the rotation that came through at skirmish? There was a clip posted. A team used the chillers to rotate to the final circle, and it was the most beautiful display of chiller rotations or rotations in general that I've ever seen.
Just watching people ice skate. It's probably the most beautiful thing.
It was hilarious.
Just seeing people skate around the Fortnite map. I tell you what, man, they got some creative people over at Epic Games that just come up with these amazing things. It's so much fun to watch. We got like the grappler that was introduced in Season 6. We got the ice blocks as well, along with the quad launcher. We've seen it all today, and it looks like another elim is something that has been very consistent here for Thief. Now up to double digits. That's 10, about to make it 11. Speaking of that quad launcher, I saw it on that person's back. Has to be very careful, speaking of the builds, because a few of those rockets shot, and he could be seeing the ground very shortly.
He's going to lose. Oh, that's actually smart. He's actually going to recognize the quad launcher is going to take out his build, so he goes straight for high ground, maintains that high ground. Going to lose high ground here, though. A little over-aggressive for Thieves. I think if I'm him, I want to hold high ground, especially against a quad launcher.
He's got the rift.
Be cautious here. He's going to get boxed in. Not sure if he boxed himself. Looks like he did. And oh my goodness, he does have a rift if he thinks it gets too hairy, but these builds are superior. Thieves against the quad launcher. He's going to connect with a headshot. It doesn't matter if he can't build. He hits shots still. Thieves making plays left and right. Now he's in a 1 versus 1, I believe. Might be a few more. And he finds it. Can he connect? Misses that one. It all comes down to these last few shots here.
Oh my gosh, this is so intense, and Thieves, oh my goodness. Oh, he can't find it. I thought he had it in the bag. Not the case, as a Skull Ranger will live to see another day. Thought about filing a report, filing a complaint, but my goodness, I could have swore he had it. I thought he had it. I think he did too. You know what might have made the
difference there? Like that Skull Ranger had a slurp juice that was ticking and ticking and ticking. You wonder, he hit him so many times. I wonder if that made a difference. Wow. But ultimately, Thieves missed a few shots that were important, had to reload his AR, and that costed him. Wow. So just like that, 14-6, that's doable if I'm Dinglederper. Sorry. I keep saying it. Right. I don't know if it's confirmed or not that that's an okay thing to say.
Maybe we should just change it on the bracket. We should just change it. You are now known as Dingleberry. Yeah. Probably wouldn't be too proud of that. But
I don't think so. It's changing your gamer tag.
That's true.
It's like calling me fall in instead of fall out. I don't know how you feel about that one. But good game. Great first game for sure. I'm excited for game number 2.
Yeah, man. It should be an interesting one. And right, like I said, not down by too much. It's not too much of a deficit, but we'll see how their strategies will be implemented coming into, like you said, this map, or rather this game number 2. As far as a few more updates going on, I want to kind of provide people with a few more updates as the bracket continues on. Vikkstar and Tinny are defending champions from week number 3, taken out in round number 2 by Drama.
I'm turning on my Legion PC here. I got to check the bracket myself.
Taken down by the Optic Boys, Drama and Mars, as they're going to be one of the first teams in that Final 4. As along with that, we see Rise & Co. advancing toward round number 2 as well. They're currently facing off against our winners round 2 squad, or our qualifier team, in Voxy and Sia Dark. So, of course, bracket on your screen right there. You see it in the fine print. Vikkstar, Tinny, they are gone.
Wow. Unbelievable. So our 2 mega content creators, of course, we got Nick A30 and Vikkstar, and then, of course, Tinny and Hogmans on the competitive professional playing side. They get taken out early, and that gets me a little excited. This Optic squad has been grinding. Of course, they received a little bit of flack early on, you know, representing a team like Optic Gaming, known for winning championship after championship. We didn't see him perform early in the Friday Fortnite matches. I'm excited, though. Mars picked up, I believe, in June by Optic Gaming. Dramas, of course, has been a staple on that roster. I'm excited to see and cast this Optic squad for the first time. But before we do that, we got to finish this one. Ghost Aydan. Speaking of fans and high expectations, this Ghost Gaming squad and this Ghost Gaming organization have been the titans of Fortnite, largely thanks to the likes of Ghost Aydan, Bizzle, Demo, Saf, Ghoul, and the rest of them.
There's so many of them.
So many of them.
I visited their wiki page last week, and I was like, they literally have like 28 players on their Fortnite roster, at least as far as, you know, competitive players to you know, to full-on squads, to singles. But it looks like we are going to be seeing a aggressive play from Aydan, not uncharacteristic. However, in a spot that maybe a few fans are not used to seeing him be in. The Boogie Bomb goes down, and unfortunately for Mr. Season 2, He will be taken down here at the floating
Mr.
island.
Season 2, I like that one.
Mr. Season 2. That's a skin I actually rock quite a bit of the time. Just the regular knight, you know? Gotta give support when you don't have the Black Knight. Just didn't make it that far.
It's funny, though. I didn't either, but it's fun when I see that character, I just fly at them because I assume they're a bot. So I don't know, Landon, what that says about you, but no, I'm just kidding.
No, it'd be true. It would be true. Even with the even with the keyboard and mouse in my hands, I'd be chopped liver.
He doesn't miss shots. Goes to Aydan. Even at down members, which you wouldn't expect him to miss shots on, but he is always hitting shots.
Shot him with the calf muscle.
Exactly. FaZe Thieves is a little weak right now. Needs to be careful from a damage standpoint. He's going to get taken out early. Aydan going to clutch up, though. Should be able to get his teammate back up as well. They will be safe, and a med kit as well.
I'll have. Bro, my bad, dude. You're fine.
I just love hearing these guys communicate back and forth.
So
but
funny.
Take a look at this. Very aggressive playstyle coming through from Pulse and Dinglederper. It looks like Dinglederper from afar. Trying to provide a little bit of those support shots, maybe trying to give a few call-outs as well. As I believe Pulse did officially take down someone. So that's going to be, I believe, maybe their first blood on the board. No mats, actually, for her. And she'll toss on a few nades in unison and try to rely on Pulse to find the elim, and he will do exactly that. Another elim found, but it looks like opponents are not going to stop anytime soon. No ramps, but it looks like her shot is just as good. It will suffice for the time, as the resources will be in full force. What suppressed? I would gladly take that suppressed assault rifle for the regular uncommon AR every single day of the week.
Yep, and she's going to do exactly that. I'm impressed so far from this gameplay from Dinglederper, not Dingleberry. I'm done. I think I'm done. I think I passed that phase. As Dinglederper showing up really well here alongside OhmyPulse over in Retail Row. They're off to a good start. Thieves now finds a couple along with Aydan. And, of course, as soon as we said they found a couple, they eliminated a couple. That's how good these guys are. 2 or maybe 3 eliminations. And he calls a Spider-Man, a wild Spider-Man, that is. That, of course, is a grapple. Someone's using the grappler. He hears it, and he wants it. He's hunting it down to get it.
I honestly just want to go to like a listening just to hear what these guys have to say, just because it's so. Can we actually do that? All right, we're going to go to a listening with Aydan and Thieves right now to see how their communication is going. Despite having a lead, we'll see how these fights go down as we go to listen to these two.
Bro, I can't edit, bro.
We're good. Not the one.
All right. Oh, my stairs are edited wrong.
I'm pushing.
For nothing.
Oh, he's one shot. He's gonna get away too.
He's right here, close.
Hit him for 9. He's gonna be so hurt. There's another one in tomato. Wait! Don't kill him! Hold on, let me get the skill to fall. All right, got it.
Got close. Astronaut. One shot, bro. One. Nice. Let's fucking go, dude.
Yeah, that was huge. I think we're pretty much like. There's so many people like out of nowhere. Any heals?
I mean, I can give you this full pot.
No, take it. You're
No,
welcome.
you have it. I want you to have it. Come here.
So, of course, you guys heard the communication coming through from Aydan and Thieves as they were diving through Tomato Temple to try to find quite a few of those eliminations. They've been a pretty entertaining duo to listen to so far throughout the Sunday Showdown.
Entertaining, to say the least. That's one way to But then, meanwhile, over in Fatal Fields, happy fall season, by the way, here with these cornfields. It's a lot of fun over in this Fatal Fields area. Michael Myers, Halloween coming out soon.
Oh, gosh,
maybe we'll see like an LTM or something. That'd be pretty sweet.
Maybe even the Scarecrow using the new T emote somewhere throughout there as well. That actually had fooled me the other day. I'll be honest, I might have tried to harvest them, but I wasn't able to do so. Quad launcher out. Welcome to the cornfield.
Off. I have a 0 man.
As that would definitely get a few crops underway, but it looks like someone might have used the Rift to go. I think that might have been Pulse.
And surprised that she didn't follow up here.
Yeah.
And that might cost her now. She's in a pretty look at this. Of course, as I say, that gets high ground back.
Yeah.
Good plays right here from Dinglederper. Meanwhile, her teammate Pulse is going to pick up a few here. They should be in a safe spot. So well done from them. They clean up over in Fatal Fields. The rotation, quick rotation at that, over to Fatal Fields is going to pay off from Retail Row. Meanwhile, Aydan and Thieves, they keep finding more and more. That's going to cost Dinglederper and OhmyPulse as they just keep picking up elimination after elimination.
Yeah, we talked about the aggression coming through from Dinglederper and Pulse. It's great, but the only problem with that is that the opposing team is being just as aggressive. So definitely an awkward play style to try to face off against 2 rockets down, 2 more to go, and unfortunately the builds, the paper, the pen is out, but Aydan will unfortunately receive the negatives from that fight. Thieves is there to clean it up, and that could be Aydan's saving grace as Thief remains above him, still finding fights, and it looks like he does take down not just 1, but 2. And I want to say that was the full squad wipe. Not necessarily a squad, but I believe that was all players down. So he should be good to go here for the res. That's a big moment keeping his teammate alive.
Yeah, very, very well played right there from Thieves. He says, I'm still the best despite these key binds. You hear that commentary staying as entertaining as it was before. Big plays from them. They stay alive. A little over-aggressive from Aydan. We all know from the summer skirmish where he really rose in the map how aggressive he always was. That's why a lot of y'all love him. I personally love that about his gameplay. But right there, if you're grappling at someone with a quad launcher, it could cost you your life. You got to be a little cautious there. Aydan's aggression sometimes a little too aggressive.
Yeah, he's just too good. Fallout.
Exactly.
But,
I wish I was that good.
it looks like, oh, Thieves goes down, and he is going to get thirsted very, very quickly as they might just dance around him. The Llamas will reign supreme in this particular situation, but for how much longer? Who can get the last laugh? And can Aydan keep this alive? Because keeping in mind, they do have somewhat of a lead. Granted, we've seen a very strong start from Dinglederper and Pulse. So at this point, if you're Aydan, staying alive is not just crucial, it is necessary to keep in that lead that they have right now. And with 25 players up, the Storm moving in, it only makes his presence on the map more and more intense. He has to go for the medkit at this point, but there is a player around him. This is the most annoying thing ever, but it looks like they aren't going to challenge.
Wow. They have no idea that he's in that 1-1-by-1.
Oh, and he's got the, oh my gosh, he's got the tornado as well.
He'll be fine, though. He has that med kit. And just like that,
there's another guy.
He'll survive. Wow. So smart from Aydan, the med kit up right there.
They have no idea.
And how fortunate for him that they did not even check that 1-by-1.
Yeah.
Wow. So Aydan left alone here. Dinglederper, and OhmyPulse. That was not intentional, even though it sounded like it was. Dinglederper and OhmyPulse pick up a few on the other side of the map here, and now all eyes on Aydan. They called him bots. He's pushing this 1v2 with aggression here.
He's got to be careful though. Not a ton of HP, about 100 in total. Decides to take this player on and is going to find it. Keeping in mind though, that is a down, so the teammate has got to be around here somewhere. And just like that, we start to see the builds taking a hit. As you can hear, I believe that's the SMG firing through. Just looking for a vantage point, looking for an opportunity. And putting out those edits, has that compact SMG along with that legendary shotty. We'll see if he can make one land here.
Aydan, great edits. That shot looked like it connected. It did not. Wow. Finally, it's going to connect for the second elimination there. Well played from Aydan. I like the decision he makes there. He lands right on top of one of them. As soon as he recognizes that they are split, lands on top of one of them, which is going to disallow any build defense, gets the quick elimination, and gives himself a 1-versus-1. And, of course, he's going to win because he's Ghost Aydan. So now, you see the blackout in the bottom left of your screen. That's because Thieves has been eliminated from this match. Aydan by himself, still picking up double eliminations. And Dinglederper and OhmyPulse really need to go big here. Down by quite a significant amount right now. Let's jump on board with OhmyPulse and see what Pulse can do here.
Yeah, spotting a few players just toward the northwestern side of Tilted Towers. He's going to have the advantage of having a teammate, which for Aydan right now is not the case.
He's pushing you.
Receiving quite a few shots, and you hear the call-out coming through from Dinglederper saying he's pushing you. You've got to be careful. You've got to be aware.
I hit him.
And it looks like shots coming in. We could be seeing a nice team kill through, and just like that, Dinglederper with the elim. They're down by quite a bit, but it's not mathematically impossible for the time. Dinglederper receiving a few more shots. You like to imagine there's still quite a few enemies around this position, and unfortunately has to back up inside the wood structure. This could be it here for Pulse.
Yep. It's a tough situation here. Dinglederper still up. Dinglederper is fighting a team of rockets right now. Big Pot going to be consumed here. And now switch over to Dinglederper, see how the action's breaking down for her as she's bottom side, pushing aggressively for this one. Ghost Aydan nowhere to be found, so they can take their time here in this fight, but they got to be quick overall because they're down by quite a bit.
Trying to take that high ground. Once she fires through this structure, I was going to say she has the opportunity to use that quad launcher, but I believe I heard the shockwave grenade come in.
To the track.
Oh, no. You see the frustration, the trap from the opposing team.
I thought it was her trap. I was about to give her some praise here.
Yeah, I think it was from the opposing team.
It was a different team.
Yeah, so she doesn't get that elim. That is so crucial to Fallout because we discussed how much they're down right now. They can't afford to have stuff like that happen. If Aydan was out of the fight, you could kind of argue it, but since he's still alive, he's the constant nuisance. He's the reason why this is such a stressful situation for the opposing team.
Oh, Aydan in the build war. Not something you want to get in the build war with. You saw the quick edit already. Aydan going to double barrel stuff. Not going to connect just yet on the Dark Bomber. And this Dark Bomber's trying to survive for their life. Aydan not able to pick up that last shot. This Dark Bomber is just so frustrating to play against. Finally, Aydan's going to take him out and gets a shield potion as a result. That's 3 shield potions to Aydan's name. Now he needs to fly.
Gosh, he's doing that on a controller too. That is so difficult to do to kind of get down from those builds, even with a mouse and keyboard, let alone with a controller. That is phenomenal stuff coming through from Aydan. As he's going to have to venture through that water. That is a pesky thing to deal with.
It is 15 bandages, though, so how fortunate for him.
Yeah.
Picks up 3 big shields, 15 bandages, and hopefully that's enough for him to stay alive, but he is far from that circle. It's going to be close.
Yeah. Jump in the monsoon, buddy. I like to watch people go fly into this. I actually discovered this on day 1, and I saw a bunch of people looking like, how did you just do that? It was something that is pretty interesting around the map.
You have to be the adventurous type to jump down there because you're
do.
like, I'm either going to die or or teleport. I don't know what's going to happen, but you got to like the unknown. Our risk-averse friends are probably not jumping down there.
But we are hearing word that as one of the final players just dropped in the lobby, that it is going to be mathematically impossible for Dinglederper and OhmyPulse to walk away with this game, as Aydan and Thieves will be our final team knocked up here in the Final 4. As we talked about it, man, this was a very destructive duo coming into this. They were seen as a team who probably would get to this point, but in dominant fashion as they're going to make their way here through the quarters, now into semis, as I believe their next opponent's going to be the Optic Boys. Drama and Mars are waiting for them in the semifinals now, but gotta say, man, it looked pretty good from Dinglederper and Pulse. They had a good game plan coming into it. They played consistent, but for Thief and Aydan, they're just too strong.